Europeans shocked by the real American kindness. It's crazy how many videos like this are existing. Let's watch this video together. This is my first time. I'm gonna watch it with y'all.
The woman says, "Oh no, the man in the hat already paid for your beers." So we go up to shake his hand. We think it's probably the guy in the big cowboy hat. And he's shaking our hands as a firm handshake. And it's a proper Texas hospitality. He's like, oh yeah, he's just chatting away, asking us where we're going, where we're from. Lovely, lovely Texas man. And then he's like, hold on, wait here. I've got something for you guys. And he gave us both this heavy duty pin from the Amarillo Police Department. And it's heavy. It's really heavy duty. And he's like, this is for you guys. And then everyone's chatting away and we're shaking everyone's hands. And then as we're leaving, somebody else is like, oh, I overheard you chatting. Everyone is so friendly. Normally this kind of bar maybe would intimidate me a little bit. But in Texas, no point in being intimidated because everyone is literally has a heart full of gold, it seems like. That was the nicest thing.
Pockets full of gold.
Yeah, and pockets full of coins.
All right, so before the World Cup kicked off in the US...
So, she pointed out some interesting things as far as the hospitality angle. And, yeah, I would say that there definitely is some hospitality in Texas, or in the South in general. We actually have a phrase here in America called Southern hospitality, because the Southern states tend to be more open, more warm, friendly, etc., than maybe up north or East Coast or West Coast, right? So that's where the term Southern hospitality came from. Now, that particular individual and her significant other looks like they're in Texas from what they said. The thing about Texas is, I will say everyone I met, for the most part from Texas, was respectful to a degree. And they were friendly. They were open, right? The only place in Texas where I got like an off vibe is San Antonio. Like, for whatever reason, everyone I meet from San Antonio is kind of like, they'll talk to you, but it just feels very transactional when they talk to you. It's all like, they come from the angle, at least from my experience, of like they're trying to like almost get something from you, or they're like, they have an agenda when they talk to you. From my experience, I'm only going off my experience. Maybe your experience is different. By the way, if your experience is different, I'd love to hear it in the comment section, because I want to have a great understanding of this whole place, you know. But me personally, I meet people from Houston, Texas. Okay, cool. You know, they have the stereotype of being like finessers, or, you know, caring about money. But, you know, I like them. I think they seem hella cool, hella chill, all that type of stuff. Met some people from Dallas. Cool culture, like it there. What's the name of the famous city? El Paso. Right, I had a roommate temporarily from El Paso. Met people from all over Texas, right? But San Antonio is one of the ones that kind of gets me, though. They, the ones I met seem a little bit different there. But what's y'all's experience? Let's play the video.
European football purists were straight up hating. The consensus over there was, why America? They don't even care about soccer. And honestly, the media makes it look kinda sketchy. But man, did they get a massive reality check. The second these European fans touched down, their minds were blown. They expected hostility, but they got pure Southern hospitality and high energy vibes. Forget what you read in the headlines. Wait until you see how fast their minds were changed by the locals. Check this out. First up, we have this British tourist who was probably expecting a cold shoulder when she landed.
Why, she wearing the bunny ears?
She experienced what I like to call aggressive American hospitality. Seriously, she just gave a random stranger a compliment on the street, and what happened next completely threw her off. Like, people over there just don't do this. See for yourself.
So I literally just complimented someone's bunny ears on the street, and they gave them to me. That's how nice people are in America. It's so cute. I'm heading off to the beach. And my boyfriend's made me a picnic. How nice is that? It's just such a good day in America, always. The best life, yeah.
Next up, we've got some Scottish football fans who were in for a total culture shock. They walked into a local bar just expecting a regular pint, but the locals, yeah, they
I actually already seen that one in one of my previous clips, so I do want to see something new. For the people who are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do apologize, just I already seen that in a different video, so I'm trying to move past it so I can actually get something new, you know?
Insane.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Okay, This next one is an absolute classic. We have a British guy breaking down the massive cultural showdown between American Southern hospitality and UK customer service. And let's just say, he does not hold back. He contrasts a regular walk in the US with his typical experience at a British McDonald's drive-thru. And his reaction is hilarious. Turns out, a little friendliness goes a long way. Check this out.
So another observation for being in the A is that Southern hospitality is real. It's not just a myth, it's a real thing, and I've experienced it firsthand. You could be walking down the street and someone will be like, "Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?" It's like, wow, that person actually acknowledged me and spoke to me. Like the customer service, when you go into a restaurant, a bar, anything, a shop, "How are you doing today, sir? How can I help you, sir?" Like, it's good manners, and people seem to be happy to be working, doing their job. Like, I know there's a tip culture there, but people seem to be genuinely happy to do their job. And one thing I will say is I had the same thing in Miami. I know Miami's technically not the South, but people seem to be really happy doing their jobs and keen to actually talk to you and conversate with you. That's just something we don't get here. Like, if you go for McDonald's breakfast, say, you go through the drive-thru here, you go to the intercom and it'd be like, "Hey man, who's in the ad today?" That's all we get. Like, we've got a long way to come, I think, with our manners, our customer service, our hospitality. You guys, I actually feel like I'm in the South right now because we're in the middle of a heat wave and it's hot.
Now this next clip.
For the people from this region, I want to know, are there vast cultural differences as far as the level of hospitality, friendliness, and openness from people from Ireland compared to other people in that region? Because for many years, I've been hearing things about Ireland, but it's all been from Americans, right? So I would love to know, like, someone who's actually from there or someone who's maybe lived there, got family there, visited there, who's non-American, right? Because I've been hearing the Americans talk about it, like, oh, they all say it's all friendly, good, etc. This gentleman talked about how, and I believe he said the UK, was it, where he says people don't feel that they don't provide as much customer service, right? Or they say like things like when he goes to the drive-thru, "Do you have the app? Do you have the McDonald's app?" Right? But I want to know the different regional breakdowns, right? For those who don't know, I have lived in Spain for 6 months, right? And when I lived in Spain, I kind of see what he's saying in Spain, the similarities. So like I remember going to like a shoe store and it was like, "Just to let you know, we're about to close." I'm like, okay, right? Or I walk to a place, they don't say like, "Hey, how are you?" They kind of consider it, at least over there in Spain, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about anywhere else, but in Spain, I've been told they consider it like fake talk. Like they're not going to ask, "How are you?" if they don't really care how you are. Or the fact that you walk into a shop, they're just doing their job. So if they're matter of fact with you or literal, and they don't ask how your day is, or they just seem to be focused on what they're doing, that's just a cultural difference. Doesn't mean that they're necessarily mad or anything.
This clip is about as American as it gets. We've got a tatted British guy who decided to check out two of the most iconic spots in the US, a gun shop and a cowboy hat store. Coming from Europe, he probably expected these places to feel a little intimidating. But instead, the staff ended up giving him the absolute VIP treatment. And he even walked away with a little surprise gift. Let's see how he survived his first real American cultural deep dive.
American hospitality is on another level to the UK. In the UK, when you want to get served by someone in a shop or a restaurant, it feels like that they don't really want to be there, they don't really want to help you. In the US, it's almost unrealistic how much these people want to help you, and this has happened everywhere I've been. In a gun shop yesterday, I was so intrigued by guns, I wanted to shoot them. Silly enough, I thought that you could just go to any gun shop and there's a shooting range. That's not the case, but they still let me hold the guns, talk to me about them, spend some time showing me around the shop, and they gave me a little patch to commemorate me just going to the shop. Then getting the cowboy hat, everyone was super friendly, the guy stayed with me for ages, fitting it, helping me pick one, etc. It's incredible, and then the restaurants are another level as well. I've loved my time in America. All the people are just so friendly. Again, I think I just need to move here.
All right.
I'll be honest with you, as an American, I think a large part of it is also the curiosity factor. So being someone from Europe, people are going to naturally be curious about your lifestyle. Or how do they view you? What's life like over there? How do you compare Europe to America? What part of Europe are you from? There's going to be a curiosity factor, an exotic factor, if you will, right? Like the same way if I would go to certain places in the world. So there is friendliness here, but I do think a lot of it is the fact that he's from Europe, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, if you ever go to a firearm store, typically they don't have a range inside of there. Those are typically two separate entities. But it is true, as far as the stereotypes you may have heard about being able to buy firearms fairly easy, especially in a place like Texas, right? Now, I don't know how it works as foreigners. I imagine they wouldn't sell it to someone who doesn't have residency here. But as an American, if you're somewhere like Texas, Ohio, Oklahoma, it's pretty easy, you know. Tell me, what do y'all think about the audio? I've been trying a new method. As you can see, I got the ear pods in. So what I've been doing is, instead of playing the browser to the TV and you hear it twice and maybe potentially too loud, I'm doing browser volume through OBS, which is like a software to stream and all that type of stuff. So I'm just trying to get the audio right for y'all. So I got a microphone, got the audio playing through there instead of playing through the TV, so it's not too loud. So I'm fixing this audio. By the way, if you want to support this creator, his name is Doctora Archive. Shout out to him. This video is performing pretty well. Got like 235K. Yeah, so shout out to him. Any questions, comments, concerns, you know, you can leave them down below. You know, I've been responding to everybody, every message on Instagram, every comment on YouTube. The only people I haven't been responding to is the people who are trying to sell me some stuff, like SEO service or whatever. They sound like trolls and bots and stuff. Haven't been on TikTok in a while, but I'm going to start to get on there more often. I use the same username, so if you want to follow me on there, you can do that as well. Peace, love, blessings, all that type of stuff. If you have certain videos you want to see me react to, or if you have certain suggestions, I love constructive feedback. I love criticism. I think it makes me better, and I think everyone should be open towards it. Actually, one of my phrases is, correction is one of the highest forms of love. So I appreciate everybody's support. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hype, all that type of stuff. We out.